Hello everyone, Sean here from Roll to Cast, as well as Aurelius Tarnair this season, as well as the editor. This is just a very quick announcement, won't be keeping you all too long, to let you know that the release date of Roll to Cast Weekly will be changing. So we usually drop Eastern Standard Time, 7:30 a.m. on a Friday. We're simply going to be moving that to a Tuesday now instead of Friday. So starting 4 days from now, you're actually going to get an episode earlier than you usually would, because starting from next episode, we will be beginning at that Tuesday time. So, once again, Roll to Cast every week will now be dropping 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Tuesday morning for American listeners. And for Australian listeners, that is still 11 p.m. at night, just now on the Tuesday instead of Friday. It's just a little change we're making. We've incorporated, and it will be effective as of next week's episode. So you get a bit of an early present, an early Roll to Cast gift wrapped up for you. And that's all for now. Thank you so much. We hope you've been enjoying the season, and we hope you enjoy the second half of this season, because we're pretty much on that middle stretch now. So, without further ado, previously on the Blood-Soaked Rose.
Eve, as you settle into your hiding place,
You don't belong here. Harm a hair on their head, and I will feast on you.
Cut their heads, some come down.
And how powerful is this patron, do you think?
this part of the city is protected by some kind of monster. Those that went before us are cowards. They never fought back, and now's our time.
I do like that attitude quite a lot, actually. If we kill this thing, the elves will be at even more of a disadvantage than they ever would before. Maybe we don't have to.
I'm gonna get 500 crowns for killing this fucker, and I'm gonna take it, because as much as they're at a disadvantage, so am I.
It's good to know where we stand with each other.
More opens wide, and it sinks.
She makes an hourglass shape, the purple symbol of
He'll
Erden.
hold an action standing side by side with Bryok.
Aiming, holding, waiting.
And now,
Aurelius.
Okay. To begin with, just because I am beside Bryok, is it at all clear what you're aiming at, or is it just that you're aiming down the street?
He's pretty clearly aiming at the Katakan, yeah.
I'm aiming at the conflict.
Yes.
Okay, so I can't determine where it's heading at all. It's not a distinction that I can make.
Probably not,
I'm just
no.
asking from a narrative perspective.
There's a melee going on, probably not.
Yeah,
no.
great.
I'm firing into melee.
Yeah.
Like, it's
He's
complicated.
aiming at the conflict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Aurelius, while still taking a point to hold his action, waiting forward, standing next to Bryok, he'll calmly pull his hand to his amulet, the amulet with the broken clock with the amethyst hour hand, and he'll take it off his neck and he'll pocket it into his jacket while still looking at the conflict, holding his rondel forward.
Yep.
And he'll stay down.
Yep.
And he'll even crouch down to get a better view and have himself at the ready.
Just leaving it up to the Witcher for now.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
For the time being.
The Katakan goes next. It is prone, so it's going to need to use, I believe it's your whole move action to stand up.
That's what I was aware
I'm
of.
pretty sure it's that.
Yeah.
I get mixed up with the other interlocks. I'm so sorry.
When you get prone, it requires your action to stand up.
I think so, yeah. Prone is its own separate little side thing as well, which is why it's kind of slightly annoying.
So, prone. A monster or person that is prone takes a -2 to attacks and defense and must spend a move action to stand up. They can then spend the remaining action to either do a normal action or opt to move. Basically fleeing.
Stand.
It just costs you a move action, but you just stand and then attack again.
You can either attack or it can flee, right? Yeah. So it's up to it what it does. Yeah. So what happens is that the creature stands up from prone, which uses its move action, and you see already that under the moonlight, some of its gaping wound starts to close.
Oh shit, that's right. It can
heals.
Damn it.
It heals a little bit every round, yeah.
You can't
But it
afford
is-
you can't afford not to hit it.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
Remember-
It starts to heal, right? So
Remember
now
what spells Eve told you to prepare?
yes.
Thank God.
Aurelius very much remembered those
Okay.
spells.
I don't want to metagame. I just remember we had a bit of a chat.
We have a plan.
Yep. Sorry.
Phil, don't laugh at. We are trying to
So
survive.
I'm going to make a courage roll here. Hopefully it doesn't fumble. No. So it's going to stand and fight you. It can't go invisible because it's standing in Erden, but it is pretty goddamn ferocious. So it's going to begin just by flailing out at you with its 2 claws. So it gets 2 of these attacks. And Eve, they're directed at you.
Yes.
So they're melee attacks. You can choose to defend how you like, either blocking, repositioning, or dodging. Or the special one is to parry. A parry, which we didn't use. I'll explain it to you now because we didn't use it in our test game.
Oh yeah.
A parry is essentially like a block taken at a -3. Use your weapon skill to do it. But if you manage it, you stagger your opponent, giving them -2s.
Oh, okay. So you could roll your skill at a -3, which would to parry it, which means it's harder to obviously defend with that. But if you do that, it gives them -2s on
Yes.
their next attack.
Yes, their attacks and their defenses until their round begins again because
Got
they
you.
get their feet back
Stumbles
under
them,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's a bit of a risk, but it can be used to get that little advantage. And I'm just highlighting it because, God, this thing is good at fighting. Just in case that's what you want to do. So let's go melee. So as I said, it's at -4s. 21 to hit
She is going to try and block the first one.
with your sword.
Yeah, since
Yep.
how she left swinging it down, it's already in position for her to quickly try and catch its
The
claws.
claws. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's a weapon skill roll to block with reflex. Reflex weapon skill.
No bueno.
Nope. Fumbled. So
Oh,
that
shit.
left me with an 11. That hits.
Oh my god.
What was your second roll, Ellen?
Well, that's the first
No,
attack.
What did you
What was your second roll after the 1?
-5.
A 5, right.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's a special. I think 6 and up's a special.
Thank
fumbles.
Yes. I don't hurt
no
myself.
major fumble.
No major fumble.
Just.
Oh, thank goodness. So 6 and up would have done
6 and
up.
ups are major fumbles.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But 21 beats
And 11.
an 11 by 10.
Yep.
So that gives us a critical if you want to look that up while I do the base damage.
I need to put my shoulders down. I'm holding so much tension right now.
16 damage.
Did you roll
Before-
location?
Oh, good point. Good point. 1d10 for location. 4.
I believe
arm,
that's
isn't it?
torso.
Oh, it's torso.
Yeah, it's
Higher
torso.
is-
Oh yeah, 1,
higher
2,
is
3, 4.
stronger.
torso.
yeah.
Torso.
So torso, so 16 damage to the torso.
So that will ablate my armor.
Ablate your armor
Yep.
by 1, and whatever gets through wounds you. And then I need a 2d6 or 110.
2d6.
2d6.
First and foremost, critical roll. It is a complex. You've beaten the defense by 10.
10.
Meaning it's a complex critical. You deal 5 extra bonus damage.
Yep.
And you roll 2d6.
7. Oh, sorry, 8.
It's the same. Broken ribs.
Oh,
The blow breaks your ribs, causing immense pain when you bend and strain. Take a -2 to body,
a -2 to body.
a -2 to body, and a -1 to reflex and defense.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Pardon, I misspoke. A -1 to reflex and dex.
Which will end up as defense anyway.
It's
Yes.
just as bad, if not worse.
Yeah.
So, I also want you to tell me Geralt or Witcher Medallion.
Geralt.
You're not bleeding.
That's positive.
It's internal.
That was the
Yay.
first attack. That was the first attack.
Yep.
So, the creature scrambles to its feet. Its wound closing under the moonlight, and it fixes on you with its beady, bat-like eyes, and then its long claws, which you know to grow over the length of its life, swipe out at you, catch you in the torso, and thud into your ribs. Fuck! Doesn't create a bleeding wound, but it cracks one of your ribs and causes you to slow down. It takes a second strike at you.
God, that'd be such a disgusting thud.
Just before you continue, Ellen, you blocked with a sword. How much reliability does your sword have?
She didn't block, so she didn't.
It attempts.
Attempts still do it? Oh my god.
I believe so.
I thought it was only on successes.
10 reliability.
So you lose 1.
Pardon, no.
Yeah, I thought it was
you're quite
every time
right.
it uses it.
Apologies.
You have to actually
Apologies.
successfully
You succeed.
block.
Yeah. Yep, you're right.
So the second one is a 26 to hit.
What are you...
Fucking hell.
Got a melee base of 22, guys. Just quietly.
That's bad.
What did
That's
you roll?
bad. I crit fumbled. So that's a 5.
You just crumbled again.
And what was the second roll?
It was a crit.
Oh, you crit fumble.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So you did a 1 and then a 10.
Yep.
Okay, you fall prone. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's armed defense.
So, Ellen, you've crit fumble in your defense. It's an armed defense, which means your weapon ricochets back and hits you. So, roll for location. 1d10.
Do I do that?
Yep.
Yes. You're going to hit yourself with your silver sword.
1.
That's your head.
Oh! No! Ellen, stop! Stop!
As if I have control over the dice, everybody. Fuck off.
Dice gods, stop! Stop, dice gods!
And then, Ellen, or this is rather a Phil question, do witches take bonus damage in
No,
silver?
No,
they're
they
not
don't.
monsters.
They're not monsters. They don't take bonus damage from
Okay.
silver.
They're not
No.
counted as monsters.
So you roll
To
your...
that effect, roll your damage you normally would with a silver sword, adding your strength bonus or body bonus and all of that sort of stuff as well.
Whatever normal
it's
damage
just,
you would do.
It's just a 1d6 plus 2.
Yeah.
Without being used on a,
Because
monster, on a
it's
monster.
not a monster, so it's
Yeah.
just
So
normal.
5 damage to the head. Does that
Yes.
get through your armor?
Yep.
Okay. Whatever gets through your armor is doubled.
Tripled.
Tripled. Good call.
Yep.
Fuck me. And then I need to roll for location to actually hit you.
Correct. And it was beaten by how many? What was your total, Ellen, in your defense roll? The 1 plus the minus the 10 off your standard attack?
5.
5. And what did you roll, Phil?
26.
That's over 20.
That's going to be a...
That's a deadly
critical.
So that's plus 10 damage.
I'm fucked.
Yep.
10, so that's a leg shot.
The location, yeah, leg shot.
Leg shot, yeah.
It's just a flesh wound. It's fine.
I'm on 3 HP. Yeah.
You're dead.
You're dying.
Dying.
Yeah. 10, 13, 24 damage to the leg. So whatever gets through is halved.
Roll 2d6.
And a deadly critical of 12.
You did 2 6s?
2 6s, yeah. Did I just lop her leg off?
Maybe.
No.
No, okay.
Okay. I do love that this is using Phil as the DM, and that this is... What system is this called again, sorry?
Interlock.
Cool. A deadly critical with a 12. Decapitation.
What?
The blow either snaps your neck or separates your head from your shoulders. You die immediately.
Fuck.
What? There is no save.
Oh my god.
There is no way to avoid it.
Oh my god.
Eve is dead.
Shit. Well, I'll see you all later.
So the Katakan lashes out, slices into your leg, and as you drop to your knees, its claws whip out, grab you by the shoulder, and then its head reaches down and just... and Eve dies to the Katakan.
That is a silence that would reverberate through Serpent Street. All right.
Bryok, you're next.
I lower my bow.
Aurelius.
Aurelius, he's like a few steps forward, and as the claw of... Is it the claw or the maw? Of
The maw
The
is
maw
what
that
finally
just like
kills her, yeah.
encloses upon Eve and crunches, and there's like a wince from Aurelius. And he turns... There's a second as Eve slumps to the floor. And he, over his shoulder to Bryok, he just says, "I would advise that you run." And he goes up to his collar pulls it down. And you see the diamanterium collar that's around his neck. And he unlatches it.
You got 3 rounds before you transform into a werewolf. Go.
Beautiful. So he is going to 3 rounds before I
3 rounds, yeah. Starting now.
Yeah.
You feel it happening, but you have 3 rounds. You have 9 seconds.
So he'll turn to you, tell you to run. Can they hold objects, or are they just like claws, werewolves?
I mean, you retain some intelligence. You wouldn't want to hold objects because you become a feral beast.
Yeah.
So you want to tear things apart with your claws.
Yeah. He'll calmly continue stepping forward. He'll like unlatch his cloak, let it drop by the floor, keep walking forward towards this creature.
Okay, that's 1 round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bryok will, in that... Oh, sorry, the monster's turn.
Yeah,
in response.
So the monster turns and starts to pull itself out of the circle. It slowly pushes through... I'm pretty sure the circle would dissipate with the Witcher, actually.
Yep.
Yeah. As the circle evaporates, the monster turns and begins to envelop itself in shadow. So if you don't act this round, it will turn invisible and be lost, essentially.
Yeah. And he'll race forward.
So if you want to turn quicker, you can allow it to happen. If you want to turn this round, I thought you might want to.
I wanted to go immediately.
Oh, if you want to transform immediately, you just let loose then. Okay.
Yeah. No, the whole point was that I thought you were saying that I had to wait 3 rounds.
No. I thought you might want to squeeze a spell off.
No. The second.
Okay, you pull that off.
The second that spell goes off.
Okay, you turn it.
I imagine narratively that's the only thing holding him back, right?
Yeah, cool.
The second that breaks off,
you throw your cloak off, and your form bursts through the rest of your clothing, and you transform into a beast as you charge forward. You get to it before it can turn invisible.
The idea with a
rush
werewolf
up to it,
is that it attacks the first thing it sees.
Well, you still have some of your sentience,
Yeah.
and so having watched it kill your companion,
Yes.
you can savagely try to rip it to pieces.
Yes.
Sure, go for it.
Now I need my extra stats on here, which I believe.
Have you looked up the werewolf sheet? Because that is you. So what happens after you take your revenge that's going to be interesting?
Yeah, I was not looking forward to a particular conversation with Eve.
Yeah. So why didn't you use any magic?
Because I couldn't.
So you use melee, which is +9. And your reflex is 8. So it's a base of 17 to hit with your claws.
The reason I stressed
Your rate of fire too.
the system and you as DM...
Yeah, because I've killed people before. Not you, though.
No, in exactly the same way.
Oh, in the headshots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I always get people with headshots.
In about this time of the season.
Yeah, that's right.
So that is a 25.
25 to hit.
Yes.
And then it's got 18 to dodge. I suck at rolling. I missed... I missed my rolling tray a millimeter away from myself. 25. Defender wins.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, sorry about that. Rate of fire 2 with the claws, so you can go again. It's a really dangerous monster, just FYI. And you rolled 2 fumbles in a row, which is just brutally unlucky.
So that is a...
And then I rolled a 12. A 20 this time, only to dodge.
21.
You hit, yeah.
Yeah,
you can hit.
Great. That's going to be the claws then, because that's a rate of fire of 2.
So 46 plus 2.
Pick a location, or roll for location rather.
So that is going to be... I'll do the location first, and then I'll give you the damage.
Oh, it actually doesn't matter for monsters.
No, they have locations.
No, they have locations.
Oh, do they? They have different armors on this guy?
They have no armor, but the bonuses change.
Oh, okay.
So I rolled an 8 on the D10 for
leg.
location.
It's a limb, yeah.
Yep, for a limb. And then I've rolled 18 points of damage.
So halve that.
9.
So 9 points get through to the limb, and it was on... It's close to death.
Fucking bet. I'm gonna... Can werewolves do extra actions?
Yeah, keep going. Yeah, keep going.
No, hell yeah. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna do it.
Use your stamina. Fight, / attack.
So what is that for?
So yeah, so Aurelius, he turns back to Bryok, advises you to run and run quickly, pulls down the top of his gambesson, and rips off the silver diamanterium collar that you see before you. And as soon as it snaps You feel his bones start to break and reshift, and the hair start to enlarge and encase his entire body. Fangs slip forward, muscles start to protrude, and he races forward towards this vampire that's starting to stumble backwards. And he goes for one claw. The vampire has enough. As soon as the witch's spell dissipates, it like lurches backwards, but he goes forward even further, grabs him by the leg, rip it across, and then just seeing red. This werewolf, Aurelius werewolf, is going to attack again. So I do that at -3, don't I?
-3, yeah. So a crappy roll for dodge on me, so 20.
Oh, defender wins.
Try again.
I'm going to go again.
23.
You beat me again. Just. Because I got 20.
Bryok?
I'll shoot
Yeah.
At?
the vampire.
Yeah. So it's steel weapons and do half damage.
Yep. And I'm shooting into a melee.
Yeah, so if you miss, we'll scatter it. Yeah.
Yep. I will aim for the head.
It's going to keep dodging. Keep
Yep.
using
It's
dodge.
-6.
22.
33.
Holy shit, you critted!
You crit. So roll 1d6.
1.
Okay, so that's the worst of the criticals. For the head, that is criticals and fumbles.
If you aim for a location and score a critical wound, you do not roll on the critical table. Instead, you apply the appropriate wound for the level you have scored. If it was a torso or head, you roll 1d6. If the value is between 1 and 4, you score the lesser effect.
11 for head. So you get, was a by 10 critical, wasn't it? Defense of 22. You got like a 30 something.
36.
36.
No,
Did you say 37?
I rolled a 10 plus 6. No, plus 7. And I have a base pool of 17. No, I didn't. I can't remember what my second roll was.
I'm going to call it a complex critical.
Okay. I think that's probably right.
I think that's right. So we get a complex critical, and it's the 11. Concussion, and it's already a plus a decent chunk of bonus damage. Plus 10 bonus damage to the head. Roll your damage for me,
Yeah.
because I don't think it's going to matter.
Not great. I rolled 4 plus 3 is 7 damage.
Times 3.
Times 3. If it gets through. If there's any armor to ablade it.
21.
No armor.
Oh, great.
21.
14, 21.
Straight between the eyes into its monstery brain as your recently transformed companion tears into it, slashing wildly. You take a moment, knock your arrow, and slay the beast. As it was trying to back away, your arrow catches it, and with a shriek that you hear both with your physical ears and deep in your mind, the beast expires. And nothing but silence fills the air until a howl goes out from Aurelius. And he bounds off into the night. Roll to Cast The Blood-Soaked Rose is a Baby Beard Media production. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Discord. All our podcasts are on Spreaker, Spotify, YouTube, and all good podcatchers. You can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/babybeard. The Witcher tabletop role-playing game is property of our Talsorian Games, used with permission. That's where we'll take a break.
No, you don't need to be sorry.
Oh